Been knocked down my whole life, but damn it, I got up. Let's get this party started. Anybody like shiny things besides me? Well, brothers and sisters, we're gonna break this down today. Shiny object syndrome. Now, back in the day, they used to call it destination addiction. But, the way whoever they are, I wouldn't know who they are. They like to, repackage old shiznit. So they want to break down how they repackaged this old frequency wave of vibration that used to be called destination addiction. This is the number one out of all the ways of sabotaging the self. This is the numero uno. In other words, this is at the top of the list. This is usually, however, below the threshold of your detection. That's why it got me. So, man, this is this shiny object syndrome is crazy because it's when I think about how progress, it's like fake progress. That's why it's so effective. Shiny object syndrome is so awesome, but it's awesome in a bad way from the perspective that you are always, kind of the Bible talks about, you're always learning, but never coming into the knowledge of the truth. And it's like always, the enemy uses your zeal, your zest against you. And you can't really blame anybody but your own selves. Your own self, because shiny object syndrome, the SOS, it's this continuous state of, especially now with the internet, OMG to the Y to the X to the T. There's always a new gimmick. There's always a new, project. There's always a new, marketing campaign. Oh man, this shiny thing syndrome is crazy. I talk to people every day, and I do this for a living, and the reason I like talking to people, because it's just like talking to myself. And because a lot of people, some people know my backstory, but a lot of people do not. So a lot of people don't know the story, where I came from. And people just kind of will assume that, hey, just because I drive a nice car now that I live in a nice house now, so people just kind of go, oh man, look at Doc, man. And he hasn't been through anything in his life. Praise Jesus. Man, if I could, you got a couple of days, you guys already know, at least most people on this call. So let's break down the three ways that this shiny syndrome, this shiny object syndrome. Now, we all know what shiny objects are, so we don't have to define it other than just to give a high-level overview of it, which simply is ideals. Now, this is a double-edged sword like everything in this universe. Man, because you need ideals to be successful, right? The universe I get ideas every day. That's why it took me so long to finally get to where I'm at today, because of, like I found out when I worked in a supermax prison, your strength is your weakness. Now, I tell people this all the time. Every opportunity I get to talk to people, I tell people that your strength is your weakness. My strength was I have a lot of creative ideas. My weakness, what destroyed my first marriage, what destroyed and kept me away from attending my kids' birthdays and holidays. Why did it take me so long to get to where I'm at? I mean, it's great that I got a house now, but shit, I don't need 5 bedrooms now. The fuck am I doing 5 bedrooms now? I needed this shit when Shamora was a baby, when my children were children, So it is. I mean, it's great to be sitting in a nice house today, but for what? Self-sabotage. I would love to be able to sit here like I was or like I did when I was younger and dumber and stupider and blame other people. Like I figured, hey, if I get rid of the wife, I'll be successful. If I get rid of the kids, I'll be successful. If I get rid of this, I get rid of that. But every time, no matter what I did, I just kept self-sabotaging myself. It wasn't the white man's fault. Wasn't the black man. Wasn't the wife, ex-wife now. Wasn't the kids. All my kids are grown and gone now. Guess what? The same problems I had when I was a little snotty-nosed kid running around in the streets of Richmond, Texas, is the same problems I got today. I'm fucking 60 years old. Still struggling with the same shit. If you don't look in the mirror and deal with your own self, you can always find someone else. But it ain't nobody's fault, boo-boo. I got $100,000. I can guarantee you. Do what I did. Put yourself in, leave everybody. Go move somewhere else. Get your own apartment, your own deal. Do you, boo? Guess what happens? Well, everywhere you go, that's where you are. So until you do what they call the shadow work and understand that self-sabotage comes in the form of a nice, shiny package. It's always packaged in a way that's going to benefit you. This is it right here. Oh, man. Brenda, my sister Brenda tuned in today. Brenda, you remember when I used to call you back in the day? Brenda, remember? I used to call my sister Brenda. Brenda. She's the only one that had been fucking stable in the family. Well, I can't say the only one, but she was the first one. Now, I'm homeless. Moved my family around 1,000 times. I'm calling my sister Brenda, telling her this new, get rich quick scheme, and I wanted her to invest. One thing I do, and I say this all the time, my sister Brenda never, probably, I don't know if it would have helped. She never told me, nigga, you need to work your black ass up and get a fucking job. My sister, yeah, bro, I just, I ain't got it right now, me. And she's a single mom taking care of her 2 daughters. See, man, when you are delusional like I was, when you live in this fucking fantasy world of bells and whistles, man, there ain't no shortcuts in life. There ain't none. Now it's easy. Shit, I'm 60 now. I'm on the other side. I talk to these young cats now, they just like me. Because they got skinny jeans on, they got their hair up in their bun, they all these feminized males out here, and they looking for a shortcut. So they call me, they don't stick around very long, because I tell them the truth. I don't give them King James version. They don't like that. It's like everybody likes to gaslight each other. And it's crazy, man, because like this is the holidays are coming up. And like everybody, we are all in different stages in different states. And everybody, no matter how successful you are, we all live above our means from the perspective of, whatever you got going, you got to keep it going. So if you got a job, guess what? You got to get up and go to work to that job every day. If you like me and you're self-employed, well, how do I get paid? Well, I get paid by producing product, services, and information. But that's also how I stop getting paid. So anytime my money gets funny, that means that I'm self-sabotaging myself. When you get in your feelings and get emotional instead of logical, you're on your way to what we call podunk Texas. Your ass gonna be broke. Because if you get emotional on your job and you get in your feelings and you feel like you don't want to go to work today, that feeling, you say, fuck you, I ain't going in today. And what happens? Well, reason and logic has to override love and compassion. Now, this is tough. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to give you the King James version today. I could lie to you and just blow smoke up your butt and make you warm and fuzzy and sell you a get rich quick scheme and make you think that, yeah, all you got to do is post shit on Facebook and you're going to make money. That's not how it works. You got to be firm. You got to be fair. You got to be consistent in your area of giftedness. So first of all, you got to do what I've been teaching for 25, now 30 years. Find your lane. Otherwise, you won't experience financial gain. How do I know, though? Well, you guys know because you've heard my testimony. I had 63 jobs. In my first marriage, we fucking moved 25 times, in a 25-year relationship. My daughter went to fucking 8 elementary schools. Who does that? That shit is not even a fucking insane person don't do the shit that I did in my first marriage. So there's no way. Self-sabotage means that you are always chasing the white rabbit. You always got a new idea. You always got a warm and fuzzy. Because yes, success comes disguised in a package called work. That's success. Success comes in a box, but the box looks just like a problem. And you like, oh shit, Doc, I ain't trying to, bro. So I want to steer away from problems. So the people that are successful is the people that get up and they are firm, they are fair, and they are consistent. So what do? Successful people, they ignore shiny things. I'm sure my sister Brenda been on her job for 35 plus years. So Brenda, I'm sure you probably had some opportunities come your way, right? Where someone say, hey, girl, quit your job and come over here, and things gonna be better. Success has nothing to do with ideals. It's really interesting because everybody talks about ideas. Like, I get emails every day from new marketing campaigns and new ways, a new program, a new CRM system, a new search engine optimization system, a new website, new, shiny. But you gotta pay me. Self-sabotage means that you are too emotional. See, I was all zeal and no knowledge. That's how the church got me. That's how they got me, man. That's why I don't like religion. Now let me make sure you understand, because see, the difference between where I am now and where I used to be is you can't believe it and know it. Nobody told me that. So I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save 20 years. I'm gonna save you some time now. Y'all should thank me. Everybody should send me a check today for at least $1,000 in advance. Just pay me in advance. Now, it's going to take you 5 years, because some of y'all are not going to listen. You're going to go out there, you're going to chase like, just like me. That's all I know. People told me this, you know what I said? Fuck that. I ain't climbing on the roof. I ain't getting up and going to the same boring ass job every day. So you know what I did? I fucking quit. Guess what happened? Well, it's crazy how that works. The bills, they don't take time off. I couldn't figure that shit out. I don't know why it took me so long. It took me it took me like 45 years for that to figure this out. I don't know why for that. I guess I'm a slow learner, huh? Damn. I always thought I was master teacher. I fucking master dummy. Sister Addie, it took me, I destroyed my whole marriage, Sister Addie. Kids bounced around from school to school. Holidays, I was fucked up, never had no money. That's why I don't like holidays. Fuck holidays. I don't celebrate holidays. Not that the wife celebrate holidays, you know. It's good for her. I don't mind. But my children didn't celebrate holidays. We was always fucking homeless. We didn't have enough, I couldn't even fucking buy toilet paper, man. You know, I sit here in this house, you know, it's nice. Let's not get it twisted. I drive around in my Corvette. It's nice. Let's not get it twisted. But my 19-year-old daughter is not here. Like, she's dead. They don't come back. I don't know if y'all know that. When people die, they don't fucking come back. So y'all might want to get your priorities in order, man. I'm just saying. Now, you ain't got to listen to an old fool like me, you know. You got to go out there and do you, boo. I understand it. But all I'm saying is one day you're going to wake up and you be like me. You be sitting in a big-ass house by yourself. Now, let's not get it twisted. It's nice. Now, would I trade it? Nope. That's just how I learned. I learned the hard way. Since I was a little kid, my grandma used to tell me the same thing. Boy, your head hard as a brick. Well, God designed me with this hard-ass head. I was born this way, in my defense. Now, I used to always look up to my brother Glenn. I used to say to myself when I was young, damn, how come I couldn't be like my brother Glenn? This fool's all-world athlete. I know the story. Straight-A student. He's in the paper. His name was in the paper every week. I was riding around on a bike in fucking Richmond, homeless at 13, climbing through people's windows at night. My life was from birth up until probably 5 years ago. My life is fucked up. But who fucked it up? Let's be honest, y'all. I like to point fingers at people. Like everybody. Oh, it's the ex-wife's fault. Now them badass kids, man. If I hadn't had all these fucking kids, shit, my life would be great. Well, I got rid of the first wife and the kids. Guess what happened? Shit got worse. Didn't get better. So, Sister Diane, January the 1st of 2009, Sister Diane, I had to look myself in the mirror and the light came on. So I told Source, because I was ready to go, Sister Diane, I had enough. So I told the big G, if you real, because obviously what I got can't be you. So if you do exist, you better fucking find me. So Sister Diana, I said, fuck the church, and I left. Got the fuck out. My whole life changed, Sister Diana, because guess what? You see, you can only believe what you don't know. That's why I'm not a believer. Now you gotta understand something, because self-sabotage, you don't know you're sabotaging yourself. You literally think you're doing good. This is what got me. By the time it's like the frog in the barrel thing, the hot water. By the time I realized that I fucked up my first marriage, had destroyed all my children's lives from the perspective of they had no fucking stability. God knows the only thing that children need is stability. That's it. They don't need fucking toys and shit. They need you to be there. And come home to the same fucking house every day. Now, it's great. Oh, I know all the shit now, Sister Addie. I can teach it now, Sister Addie. But when I needed it, where was all this knowledge at? It's funny how this works. When you need the knowledge, shit, you can't buy it. I talk to young people all day. Just like I was, though. So, self-sabotage is just what you call an investment. Bitcoin, self-sabotage. They got a new fucking, it's amazing how whoever they are, come up with all of this stuff to take your attention. That's money. See, people think that money is paper. Money is not paper. Money is your attention. See, when I was on my job working, I remember I was working when I was young, dumb, and stupid. I had this job. There was this company called Belden Roofing. They was paying me $600 a week way back when money was, like $600 a week was big money. And I had a little company truck. You know what I did? I went in there, man, cursed out the owner, told everybody, fuck you. I ain't climbing no fucking roof. I wasn't even climbing the roof. All I had to do was work at the warehouse. There's this old Mexican dude, his name was Learning. Learning better than this. He couldn't speak no English. That's why they hired me. All I had to do was stage all of the shingles for the roofers to put in the truck. And then when they came back, I just gassed up the trucks for the next day. That was it. $600 a week. You know what I did, Brother Joseph? Fuck that. I saw a shiny thing, Brother Joseph. So I took all my money, Brother Joseph, and brought some fucking liquid vitamins or fire extinguishers or water softener. Every month, Brother Joseph, I was investing in a new shiny thing. But you know that money that I was investing, Brother Joseph, that was for the rent. But in my brain, Brother Joseph, you know what I said to myself? I said, self, shit, we got 30 days before the rent's due, self. We can sell all of these water systems that don't work. The dude that sold me the water systems, when I started getting calls, shit, he was gone. That fool was in another city doing the same thing to another Willie that was just as dumb and stupid as I was. So let me see how I'm saying. Shiny object syndrome is really a fucking mental disorder. It's called destination addiction. You are always going somewhere. You never. That's why I can barely remember any of my kids' birthdays, parties, any of that stuff. Why? I was never fucking there. Now, I was physically there. Physically, I was there, Brother Joseph. But mentally, I was gone. They don't make them as stupid as I was, Brother Joseph. They don't make it. Thankfully, you're not like me, Brother Joseph. Now, let me see y'all understand, because this is not a, jump on Willie. I can take it, though. This is not a jump on Willie show. But what this is, though, this is fucking reality. See, I'm on the other side now, Brother Joseph. I can look back now. They say hindsight is 20/20. So I'm doing today's show because there's somebody, y'all, you where I used to be at, where I got an idea. Now you get ready to throw away your whole marriage. You get ready to throw away your family. You get ready to throw away your health. A friend of mine just posted on Facebook this morning. He's in the hospital. He's 38. He's a major, you can look at it on my Facebook page. He's a major bodybuilder. Me and him work together at this company in San Antonio called USAA. When I met the dude, he was a young kid. He was extremely overweight. He got into health and fitness. I used to try to get him into health and fitness. Now he's in the health and fitness. He got into it, but he got into bodybuilding. The dude walked around here looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day. Why the fuck he's in a hospital with a massive heart attack and he's like 36? How the fuck, what? Now he's a personal trainer. He's on Facebook. He's telling, he's telling everybody. The doctors told him, you got SOS. You got the disease of distraction or shiny object syndrome. I know I said SOS, but so this SOS is you are always, because there's there's no shortcut. You can take steroids if you want. That's a shortcut. Or you can take your ass to the gym every day, just eat healthy and build muscle. But if we want to get there yesterday, that's like eating. See, one of the issues that people like me have, now used to have, is that the inability to finish projects. Now, this is the indication that you're suffering from shiny object syndrome. You're the jack of all trades and the master of none. Now, shiny object syndrome is the inability to, focus on one thing. Now, you can focus, but we can't maintain that focus. So we can't finish what we start. This is why I put all of my efforts and energy, which is why, like I tell everybody, I don't invest in nobody else's. No matter how good in, I'll get opportunities every day, but I know me. I know how when the devil comes in pleasing rain. And what the enemy does is there is opportunities out there. But just because it's an opportunity doesn't mean that it's for you. You see, for some reason, another static, because I didn't go to that class. Now, I already got a purpose. This is why I do purpose reports. My heart goes out to these young cats now because guess what? Back when I was starting shit, we had beepers. We had the payphones. I did not have access to the world in my pocket, Joseph. So I didn't have that. I didn't have, thankfully. Could you imagine if I would have had a cell phone? Back when I was coming up, cell phones were like fucking shoeboxes. They were just coming out. I mean, cell phone, the internet was like freaking AOL, that dial up. You heard that phone dial, ding, 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 and all that stuff. And it was really slow. So it was like, that's too slow for me. Thankfully, I wasn't raised in a current environment. Because I thought I'd be alive right now if I had came up during that time period. Because this is the crutch. This is the foundation. Emotionalism versus reason and logic. Now, I'm a guy that because of my emotions, I'm able to do a lot of good things. Also, because of my emotions, I'm able to do a lot of bad things. So it's a double-edged sword, like everything. So when you're suffering from shiny object syndrome, which is called destination addiction, you lead with your emotions, not with reason and logic. So you are leading with love and compassion. Now, this is really interesting. Because everybody tells me, do what you love. Nah. Do what you designed. Because if you're like me, I love sweets. But I know I can't do sweets all day, every day, 24/7, 365, because I probably have, diabetes or blow my kidneys out. So I got to do something called reason and logic. Excuse me. So reason and logic trumps, especially in the area of business. Now we're talking about business. We're talking about you being effective in business. What prohibits you from being effective in business? You put your emotions, you're making business decisions with your emotions instead of making business decisions with reason and logic. This is the holidays. Is it reasonable and logical to quit your job during the holidays? I'm asking for a friend. See, I already did it. So nobody, like again, if somebody would have pulled me alongside of me and said, yo, young buck, you might not want to quit your job and you got, a wife and 5 kids at home. You might not want to do that, young buck. But nobody told me. Like I said, even if they had told me without listening, hell no. So the number one issue, the number one concern that I need to get across today is this thing called love. Because love is what? Love is oxytocin. Love is a feeling. We get confused because it's actually no. Love is really a fucking action word. It's an adverb. But some kind of way, love got put into the box of shiny things. Love shouldn't be a shiny thing, but it is a shiny thing. That's part of the series that we're doing with the God with amnesia. So we got amnesia because, see, I can't believe what you say because I'm watching what you do. Now, this is what I said to myself now that I'm on the other side of stupid. But what somebody just told me was like, I hear what you're saying, but I'm watching what you're doing, and what you're saying and what you're doing, they're not lining up. See, you can only believe in what you don't know. Now take the time for let me make sure you understand. You can only believe in things you don't know. You say it again. This is important because this is the difference between success and failure. You have to exercise belief when you have no knowledge. That's the reason why Christians are called believers. But again, it's not a religious show. Today is a business show. This is about how you are unfortunately sabotaging yourself the way I did for 30 years. I kept all my businesses. I failed 23 times. Why? Because when I started a business and I was going, I saw another ideal. And I stopped that and I started doing that. Or I added it to. How many businesses do you need to be successful? I'm asking for a friend. Now, I'm telling you, when I wish to God, somebody had told me when I started. Nobody told me, Sister Addie. I didn't know. But I'm already in it now, Sister Addie, so it's not like I can go back and start all over again. I could, but I'm already branded like 25 businesses. Now, I would have been a millionaire fucking 20 years ago, Sister Addie, permanently, with not only the liquidity, but also the assets to go with it. So what took me so long, Sister Addie? Well, this. Well, what is this? Well, they told me, Sister Addie, that I needed multiple streams of income. And I believe them. That's why I have multiple streams of income. Now, I've already established it. It's already working. So I ain't stupid enough to go and destroy it. But I'm telling you this, so I'm telling you, you don't have to do what I did. So I want you to learn from my mistakes. Do you need multiple streams of income? Fuck no. If you got one stream of income, that's great. If people say don't put all your eggs in one basket, why not? If that basket is based upon reason and logic, instead of love and compassion, put your eggs in that basket. See, nobody told me this. This goes, there's no guru out there teaching this. Because they haven't hit that bridge yet. They ain't hit that brick wall yet, Daddy. Get your popcorn. Just sit back. Because guess what? The economy's changing. See, all that shiny shit gonna go when the economy goes. Why? Because that shit's not based upon reason and logic. It's based upon warm and fuzzy. See, I get a real warm and fuzzy feeling when I'm doing something and I'm getting paid. That warm and fuzzy feeling is fucking gone, Sister Addie, when I'm not getting paid. Guess what? I don't do it. It's like relationships. People love you when they can use you. Or You doing something for them. Or, now remember, ain't nothing wrong with it. Let's keep it real. Let's be honest. We grown folks. There's no kids on this call, man. Everybody, it should be mutual. You should do something for me. You scratch my back. I scratch your back. That's what relationship is. Mano y mano. So let's not get it twisted. Ain't no fucking one-way streets around here. So, no, you should not be in a relationship when it's one way. But guess what? When you love something, you don't give a fuck if you get anything back. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? I've never had a friend that I have disconnected. All my friends, they stopped talking to me. I have no problem. People, I can do this all the time. I teach this in all of my marriage counseling. People come to me and I get that about marriage. You know what? Like I tell people, you never have to leave them. If you be yourself, they will fucking leave you. Guaranteed. I didn't read this shit in no book. See, I used to pack my shit up and leave all the time, so Danny, I don't do that no more. Now, I just be me. People really, they really don't love you. They just with you because they can use you. Most, not all. No, not all. That's just every rule. But what are we talking about? We're talking about shiny object syndrome. So when a shiny object comes around, so if you already got your shiny object, what happens when another one comes along? Well, shit, you already got one. So then the question comes in, how shiny is that object that you got? Oh, snap. Now we're getting to where the rubber meets the road. That's why now I do design. I don't do desire. Why? Well, shit, my desires changed. My design don't. That shit come from God, not the one in the church. The big one up in the fucking universe, the ether, the plasmic, photonic entity. Yeah, that dude. Or do that. What does that mean? It's inside, it's not outside. If I go into your cell and I break down one cell in your body to its core, guess what's in there? God. So God is not out there. God is in here. So thoughts that's in your head, oh, boo-boo, they're not. They ain't coming from God. They coming from other people. Those are shiny things. Y'all got a bunch of shiny thoughts. I do too. Every day I wake up, I have a shiny thought. Where do I get it from, though? You know, no one problem on earth? The internet. The internet is the number one problem for business. Why? When you go on the internet, what happens to you? You get an idea, but nobody told you what they told, what I'm telling you. Like, remember, I did the class on IDEA versus IDEAL. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember? Remember I said ID means your identification. EA means ER. It's Asha, ER, Asha. That's supposed to be the name of source code. So your ID, your fucking identification comes from EA, ER. But Lucifer, he in there too. Every time you get in the IDEAL, you're fucking yourself. I didn't read that in the book, man. I already did. 63 times. And 23, actually 68. 23 times when it comes to business. So what did I do, Sister Annie? Well, I was chugging along today, and then Jim Bob showed up. Jim Bob said, hey, stop, bro. MT33. Have you considered? Kind of like what happened to Adam and Eve. Remember, they were just walking in the cool of the day, and remember that Slouie Louie? That's what I call him. Slouie Louie showed up. Notice he separated them. He got Eve first. Why? Women are designed by God to be nurturers. That requires the ability to connect to other people's emotions. Bam! That is how you start shiny object syndrome. You cannot be reasonable logic. Shiny object syndrome doesn't work. Shiny object syndrome only works if you're an electromagnetic individual. Well, we all are electromagnetic. So that's why you got to operate in business from the left hemisphere, not the right. Why? You got to work up in the business and say, well, yeah, do I feel like open up today? Even though I got a sign out there, I got advertisers, and people standing outside because I got a sign on the fucking door that says 6 a.m. That's what I did when I had inspirational crowds. That's when I knew for sure. I knew like, oh, I fucked up. So I told my daughter Saturday, I said, you sure you want to open up another location? Are you sure? Remember, I already did it. But she got a whole staff. She got like 30 people working for her. Me, it was just me, myself, and I, all three of us. And then I called the wife into coming. She ended up in the hospital for 2 weeks. Doctors ran the test, they couldn't find out what was wrong with her, Sister Addie. She slept literally for 2 weeks, Sister Addie. You know what they said? She was fucking tired. Burned the fuck out. Wonder why? We had to drive an hour to and from, because we live on the north side, white folks, but the coffee shop was on the east side, black folks. But we want to give back to the hood, Sister Addie. We were trying to do the work of God. Selfish fuck. But, Sister Addie, that lesson, that's called life lessons, Sister Addie. Those are not losses. Those are lessons, Sister Addie, and that's a big one. I got a big lesson right there. I should get a plaque. I need everybody to take up a collection. Pass around a collection plate, Sister Addie, and take up a collection for Poe Brother Willie. Okay, y'all know what I'm saying. So what are you saying, Doc? I need you to be crystal clear, because so you telling me don't do multiple streams of income? I'm telling you, no, don't do multiple streams of income unless you ain't found your purpose. Now, what does that mean? Let me be crystal clear. Inside of your purpose, there's multiple streams of income. Don't do like me. Learn from my mistakes. So I got the life management system. It has 7 modules, but it's based upon 4 topics: wealth, health, wisdom, and relationships. What I should have had was just one module. Just based upon one topic, and inside of that one module, there's multiple streams of income or multiple ways of expressing that one module. Now, shiny object syndrome is just you're trying to bite off more than you can manage, not chew. So what happens is you cannot successfully manage and oversee all of these different venues. So what happens with it, Joseph, is you can have a website that's been out there for 5 years that you never really promote, talk about. Nobody even fucking knows it exists. You even fucking forgot about it. It's like being an irresponsible creator or an irresponsible father. So the message of today's message is shiny object syndrome. It comes because it is a good idea. I am not saying you can make a lot of money, and you will in the beginning, but it's going to fade fast. And you will have like a car sitting in the driveway that nobody drives. Is that bad? Not really. Shiny object syndrome is a double-edged sword. If you like me, because I'm a 33, so that means I'm very creative. But what I should have been doing is doing what I'm doing now. What do I do now? Well, I ghostwrite. I create for other people instead of just creating for myself. So the mistake that I made was don't stop the shiny objects that are within yourself. Ignore the shiny objects that are outside of yourself. That's what I should have did, Sister Diane. But Sister Diane, nobody told me so. Every time, hey, Brother Will, we got these liquid vitamins. And I thought, damn, I take vitamins, pills, and I said, shit, that's a good idea. So you know what I did, Sister Diane? I invest $5,000 into liquid vitamins, Sister Diane. Did I have $5,000 to invest into liquid vitamins? Not really. That was for the rent. My house payment and my bills. But I'm a good salesman, Sister Diane, so I figured I'd just, make it up. Well, y'all know the story. I got stuck with $5,000 worth of liquid vitamins, and guess what? My shit was on the street. That was probably like the 15th time, Sister Diane. You would think after 3 or 4 times that I would figure this shit out. But y'all know Brother Willie. So I had to figure it out the hard way. But guess what, Sister Diane? I figured it out. A little slow, but I figured it out. That's what I'm doing today's show. So let me give y'all something that's going to be very, very beneficial. We've been talking about woman crushing stuff today, which is don't spend too much time consuming content. What does that mean? We live in a world where everybody's a consumer. I've been telling everybody, you should, at the end of the day, you should ask yourself, how much time did I spend watching videos? How much time did I spend making videos? Let me say this again really slowly. This is all I do every day. This is how I judge you. So that way everybody knows, hey, Doc is ghost. Or Doc doesn't seem very jovial. Or Doc didn't return my text. Or Doc is doing a bunch of fucking shows. Let me make sure y'all understand. This is how the universe works, by the way. The universe, according to the biblical text, love is a cheerful giver. The universe has a principle called give, and then something happens after that. Nowhere does it say take. I can't find that as a principle. Take. There is something called the law of equivalent exchange in the universe. So you today should really think so you don't end up like me. Now, where I'm at now, not too bad. But how I got here, okay, yeah. Damn. Would I be willing, if somebody tell me, hey, yeah, you're going to make it, but it's on, you got to go through this, you got to go through that. You know what I said? Fuck, no, I ain't doing it. 5 minutes of the way. What would have been the other way? If I could go back to my 21-year-old self, you know what I do? You know what I would do, Sister Addie? If I found my 21-year-old self, Sister Addie, the only thing I would do was purpose. I would not fucking talk about health and fitness. Niggas want to have high blood pressure. Shit, they'll figure it out. They get it from somebody else. I wouldn't do, excuse me. I wouldn't do nothing in the theocentric nutrition space. When it comes to relationship, man, then they go figure out on their own. So say, I won't be doing no fucking marriage counseling. I won't be talking about relationships at all. I wouldn't be telling anybody the number one thing. Number one, like I've been telling everybody when I talked to, I talked to a young cat yesterday. When his wife, they was on the edge, like, I'm leaving this nigga. I said, man, no, you're not. You are just tired of not being heard. Her mouth dropped. The husband said, fucking this is 12 every day. All she do is fucking whine and bitch about what I don't do. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, Negro, sit down. You ain't going nowhere either. Both of them were pissed off because neither party was speaking the other party's love language. She was fucking disrespecting him, didn't even know it. And he wasn't listening to her, and he didn't even know it. Simple. I could solve any marriage, any kind. But would I do it? Fuck no. It's a shiny thing. Why? No dopamine is released in my brain when two couples stay together. I really don't give a blank at this stage in the game. So I know the keys to establishing. I've got 3 books, actually 4. That's a shiny thing. Why? They ain't got shit to do with my purpose. So the devil is better than us. The devil, whoever the devil is, we don't know who the devil is, but the devil is able to communicate to your inner man and articulate your story. That ain't got shit to do with your glory. The devil's smooth, man. He's good. Like I keep telling y'all, I'm about 2 seconds away to going back to work for the devil. So you should ask yourself, well, shit, Doc, how come you don't go back? He's so fucking good. Because he does pay better. Money's way better working for the devil than it is working for Source. Y'all do that because money is the devil's system. Y'all do know that, right? Source, you don't need no money where Source is at. Because Source is Source. So you can solve everything. So there's no paper out in nature. They ain't got no money in the rainforest of Brazil. You don't need it. Why? You fucking grow everything. You can heat. You can provide your own heat. If you're smart enough, shit, you can actually literally create your own fucking electrical system. Like the one little kid that got this whole perpetual electrical device. What are you saying, Doc? Well, shit, you can put some wood together and create a fire. So you can live off the grid, basically. You don't need money. Everything that you could, only reason you need money is what? To go get to pay somebody for what you want, because you can't produce it yourself. So I get that. But guess what? A lot of us, we don't live out in the rainforest in Brazil. So we live in a city. So in the city, you got to go to a place called Walmart or a store and purchase like Turkey Day coming up. So you ain't got no turkey gobble, gobble, gobble in the backyard because you got to do. You got to go to Walmart and buy one. That's why we need money. So if you would tell me, shit, fuck money, talk, I don't need money, I think this nigga crazy. Why? Because you don't understand where he fucking lives. That's what I mean, man. That's emotional shit. You got to live in a real world. The real world says, wake up, nigga, look around, where you at? Are you in the rainforest of Brazil? No, you're not. So if you're not in the rainforest of Brazil, where you at? Now remember, nobody told me that. Somebody just told me, yo, nigga, wake up. If you married, you got a wife, you got 5 kids, you need 3 jobs. Why you fucking quitting them? Nobody told me that. And again, they would have told me I wouldn't listen. Because I know me. So what was I doing? How come I was working on 3 jobs, Brother Joseph? Because I had 3 jobs, but I was quitting them. And then the time it took me to go get another one, shit, we lost a car. Or one of the kids got sick and the benefits had fell through because the insurance ran out. Or something else came up. So I was sabotaging myself, Brother Joseph, chasing shiny things. Again, what are shiny things? Shiny things are desires that ain't got shit to do with your design. So we live in a culture where people I talk to doing my one-on-ones, the new people, not only do they don't know a fuck about their design, as I found out today, people tell me they don't fucking want to know their design. They like chasing shiny things. I had a guy that was a potential client, and he told me, I ain't interested in your system. Why not? I know why though. Dopamine. What he was saying was, Doc, you don't understand, dog. I'm happy as fuck. I'm broke, but I'm happy because I feel. What do you feel? Well, should I feel good? How do you feel good? He feels good because he has a feeling that he's making progress. How come? He got calm, like me. How did I get calm? You know what happened to me, Sister Cheryl? Sister Cheryl, I thought working on my website meant putting money in my pocket, Sister Cheryl. So when I was young, dumb, and stupid, Sister Cheryl, I got up and I was working on a color scheme. What colors do I want for my website? How much you get paid for that? That's what I should have told myself, Sister Cheryl, but I didn't. So I spent all day, Sister Cheryl, like working on Canva. Even though Canva wasn't in back then. I spent all day posting on social media. Even though social media wasn't around back then. So what I would do, I did busy work, Sister Cheryl. I didn't know. I did no effective work, Sister Cheryl. I didn't sell shit. So I want to ask you today, what are you doing today? Or let me rephrase that. How many offers are you making today? Somebody please write this down. I'm gonna save you from shooting your own self in the fucking foot. So again, today I need you to add. I'm asking you, how many offers did you make today? Now, when I say offers, I mean offers to buy. Now, what is an offer to buy? An offer to buy is number 2. How many times did you ask for the sale? Now, when I say ask for the sale, that is number 3. What the do you got to sell? What do you sell? What do you got? Now, if you don't answer these 3 questions, you should go get a job. Because he nobody told me this, Sister Addie. I didn't know, Sister Addie. I didn't know. And then after I answered these three questions, Sister Addie, somebody came up and said, hey, Doc, this is a true story. This dude came to me and said, hey, bro, they coming out with fucking windmills. I was in California, dude came to me, said, man, windmills, electrical windmills going to be all over the country, dog. We're going to take over the world. We're in a company that's putting in windmills. You can get in at the ground floor. It's going to be set up on a multi-level marketing. So the people who get in early, y'all know all the Amway shit and all of that's how they get you. The people who get in early, some of you guys are entertaining offers like this. That's how they got me, Sister Addie. Or, like I had a long conversation with somebody yesterday. They said, hey, Doc, how much money you make? I told them, I said, damn, really? I said, yeah. Shit, Doc, I can help you make more money. Oh, shit, what? How do you want to do that? She said, you got to automate. Hold up. I need to automate? Yeah, dog, what you doing is old. Yeah, no shit, I know it. But I'm already doing it. How much is it going to cost me to automate? Well, you got to learn this new system. Okay, what's the new system? Okay, so the new system, well, how long is it going to take me to learn that new system? Because while I'm learning that new system, I ain't making no offers. I ain't bringing in no more money. So you know what I said? Swiping, no swiping. You know what that means? Fuck no. That's what the guy from the hood, sister, that's what we said down in the hood. I don't know. My bad, Sister Diane. I didn't mean to say it that loud. I didn't want to startle you while you're drinking your morning coffee. So now, remember, Sister Addie, the old me, I'd have been like, oh shit. So I'm gonna spend 3 to 6 months learning a new system that's gonna automatically send out to my email list. I don't fucking got it, but I'm already making money. Everybody's telling me what I need to do, but I'm already making money. Why the fuck am I gonna stop doing what's making money to do something that ain't making money? I mean, I'm asking for a friend, Brother Joseph. Now, Brother Joseph, it used to work 20 years, Brother Joseph. I used to shoot myself in the foot. That's how I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So what are you saying, Doc? Because, you know, we got shit to do, bro. We can't be sitting around here listening to you all day because you could be a shiny thing too, Nick. I know. I ain't mad at y'all. Thanks, Brother Joseph. So Brother Joseph telling me, Doc, here the fuck up, Doc. Because I don't want you to be my shiny thing. I want to sit here and listening to you all day when I could be out fucking making money. I like you, Doc. You my boy, but hey, here the fuck up. I got you, Brother Joseph. I'm on the same page, but so I could be your shiny thing too. From the perspective of, if you just sit around and listen to me rant and rave every day, and you don't take no action, then guess what? I can become your coping mechanism. So shiny object syndrome, y'all remember that book that I wrote? Effective coping mechanism? In that book, guess what's in that book? All the shit that you do every day. I got 100 grand if there's something in that book that you're not doing right now. How do I know? Why do I think I wrote the book? I used to be you. And for some people, I still am. Y'all know the reason why, let's be honest. The reason why we connect is because I'm you. Everything you feeling, I'm feeling right now. Now, people think that I'm not in the same situation that they're in. You say, oh, shit, Doc, you don't understand, brother. You got money, you got this and that. Really? I don't know if y'all know that most people who got money, guess what? Y'all should ask them, how many bills y'all got? You should ask them. You know people who got money, you know they're going to tell you? Shit, we just like you. We like 90 days out. How many days you out? That if you stop doing what you're doing, you're going to be homeless. Most people who are billionaires, they are bringing in $1 billion a year. But their bills and their expenses is $1.1. So they broke too. So they ain't going to tell you. Ask them what their expenses. So even people that got money, guess what they got? They got expenses, like you do. That's the only difference. Everybody's operating on different levels. Well, you make 20 grand a year, and you got $20,000 and $100 in bills. You make $50,000 a year, you got 50,000.1 in bills. Now the goal is to make 50, but only have 25 or 30 in bills. But most people don't do that. So you can make $1 million, but if you got 1.5 million in bills, that's what you call upside down. So in order to keep and get rid of that 0.5, you got to do what? 3 things you got to do to get out of shiny object syndrome. Number 1, as we said before, we said how many offers to buy did you do? How many times did you ask for the sale? And what do you have to sell? Now, the solution to what I call shiny object syndrome, which is nothing but destination addiction, is number 1, stop selling. Start describing. So I want to ask you today, remember, this is a solution. We talked about the product for a whole hour, so let's wrap it up with the solution. Number 1, stop selling. Start servicing. So when you stop selling and you start servicing, that just simply means, how can I serve? When I wake up, like last night, I said, Steph, how can we serve the universe? What part service information, what have we done, what knowledge, what do I know? What do I already have? What have I already done? To get out of, because when the shiny thing comes up, it's always a shortcut. It's always an easy way to make fast money. That's why it's shiny. It's not shiny if you gotta, do the same thing you're already doing. So, no, the devil is not gonna come to you. He's gonna come to you in teasing right now. He's gonna just come to you all scraggly eyed. No. He's gonna be banging. Big chi, big butt, but donkey donk. He's gonna order your Kool-Aid, bro. So, number 1, forget about trying to make money. That's selling. Selling is what we talked about when we talked about survivalist. You can tell somebody who's in survival mentality because they have radical materialism, but they don't say it that way. They say it in another way. Radical materialism means, Doc, I am going to do anything to fucking survive, legal or illegal. Radical materialism. Now, radical materialism is not bad when it's needed. You just can't stay there. If my back is up against the wall, then I'm going to survive. I'm going to turn into a survivalist. Then, remember, I am a survivalist when it comes to making or getting money, for lack of a better term. But we're going to change it in a second. We're talking about when you are in hell. Hell is you're upside down. Upside down is you got way more bills than money. You got way more problems than solutions. That's hell. So what do? You got to get in a mental disposition that says, like they taught me in the Marine Corps, I'm going home. If you behind enemy lines, you outnumbered 100 to 1. That's usually the odds. In the Marine Corps, they take a fire team. That's 5 men. They drop them behind enemy lines. They fucking leave them. And they said if you can get to the rendezvous point by 0700 tomorrow morning, we'll be there to pick you up. If you're not here by 0700, we fucking gone. And we're going to notify your next of kin that, shit, you died in a training accident. You got 12 hours to get to the rendezvous point. Between you and the rendezvous point is 500 people. Just 5 of y'all. That means each man is responsible for 100 people. This how Marines, this how secrets, I don't know if y'all know this now. I'm pretty sure y'all do. Y'all seen all the movies. So you know what you're going to do? Because you go home with that. You go back home to your wife. So what's your disposition? What's your mindset? Oh, I'm going to figure it the fuck out. That's your mindset. The mindset is, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to survive. Now, when you get to the rendezvous point, You do not need that mindset anymore. What do you do with it? Now, you do anything to thrive. Most people can't change gears. You're two kind of people in the world. People who are thirsty and desperate. We call those criminals. You park your car to go pump gas. You come out your fucking car's gone. You leave your purse to go check your mail. You come outside, niggas like me stole your purse that was inside of your car. That was locked. We busted the window, took your purse out, and chick, we gone. Why? Survive. But when you are in thrive mode, that means that you don't have to stress from the perspective of do anything necessary to survive. Everybody on this call, you got to get out of survive mode. Everybody on this call should be in thrive. Thrive mode means I'm not thirsty. I'm aware that certain things need to be done. Now, I'm going to change I'm taking all of my attention off of the bills. I'm going to put all of my attention on service. Number one, you have to serve. Now, number two is when you take your service. Now, your service is what I call your diaconia. That's another word for service. That's your purpose. That's your mission. That's your destiny. That's what you do best. Some people, they don't know what that is. That's why we go after shiny things. When you find your purpose, remember, purpose is what does you. You don't do it. So the thing that drives me, that I do automatically, is research information that help me have clarity. That's my purpose. So my purpose is I automatically like to see. I don't like to be lied to. I don't like to be in ignorance. I like to know whatever I'm doing, I just want to know what it is. So I don't like to people to lie to me. So if somebody comes to me and says, hey, Dr. Water's wet. And I'm like, nah, I don't believe that water's wet. So I'm going to go find some water. I'm going to put my hand in it. And I'm going to see if it's wet. Because I'm not a believer. I'm a knower. Then that's my service now. Why? I know water's wet. I go out there and put my hand in the water, but it's wet. So I'm going to start teaching. I'm going to tell the world water is wet. There's going to be something they go from Harvard to Yale to Princeton because they know it's not. Water's not wet. So then I'm going to present the proof in the form of a product, service information that proves water is wet. That's number two. Number two, number one, you got to find your service. Your what you do, because you've already done it. So I've already been to the ocean. I jumped in the ocean. I found out fucking water's wet. So now I'm describing. So now I have a product, service information that I'm telling you I can prove water is wet. So now I'm describing by offering something called, that's why I'm a knower, I'm not a believer. So in my description, I am proving water is wet. And then I'm asking, which is number three, for the sale by simply stating, purchase this book that proves that water is wet. So when I do a TikTok video, what I'm saying is that, hey, you guys know that contrary to popular belief, water is wet. Everybody believes water is dry. This is a high-level example, as you can see. So everybody looks at, damn, this people says water is wet. Let's go with another better one. The earth is flat. Everybody says, this people says they got fucking proof that the earth is flat. Yeah, it's not really flat. It's flat and it's a dome. So it's not either or, it's actually both. So, and I got proof that there's a flat plane that has a firmament over it that goes from one side of the plane to the other side of the plane. So it is what y'all call a globe. It's not a complete globe. And it is also flat, but it's a plane. So the devil's smart, he plays us against each other. So first of all, I'm going to describe, prove and then I'm going to offer you, you can know it too, just by purchasing my book for $49.95. Or take the audio program. So that's what everybody should be doing instead of consuming content on the internet. Now, am I saying don't go on the internet? Absolutely not. I'm just asking you at the end of the day, look at the hours that you spent consuming content, and then you look at the hours that you spent creating content. Which is more? If you are consuming more content than you are creating, okay, you are in Groundhog Day. Now, I say content. It could be cooking. It could be so if you in a restaurant and if you are eating more food than you are cooking and creating, okay, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna blow up. You're not making no money. So the key to getting out of shiny object syndrome is to create more than you consume. Now, a part of the creative process, as you already know, is the gathering of the facts, put it in order, but you got to be careful because that's a trick too. Because I talk to people who they're always gathering, they're always harmonizing, they're always editing, they're always checking on the lighting, they're always positioning the prop, they're always in. They're never literally creating. Make sure that you are literally creating. You can tell if you created something. Why? Excuse me. People give you something called money. So the best way to know that you haven't fallen prey to shiny object syndrome is to make sure that you are engaged in activities that are producing or putting money in your pocket. That doesn't mean that everybody's going to buy what you put out there. I post it on TikTok all the time. Don't nobody buy nothing. People may not buy nothing. Then I post something else and, hey, people buy it. I do audios. I have books. I got stuff. But what am I doing? I'm asking for the sale. Every day, ask for the sale. So when I say creating, I need you to ask yourself, how many times do you go on Facebook, social media, and ask people for the sale? What does that mean? Purchase. How many times have you said these words? Purchase my book. How many times have you said today, go to my website and purchase my product? How many times? How many times did you post your link today and the link takes them to your product? Go on my Facebook page and look at, okay, all the pictures I post about upcoming products, services, all the little one-liners that I post over there that say God class. You know, I posted stuff about the Life Management University. I posted pictures and images. But then I post, please join us tonight for day 3. How to get out of spiritual amnesia. What am I doing? Asking for the sale. Make sure that you are asking for the sale. You not have a business. You're not making money. You're not doing anything if you don't ask for the sale. And do not be afraid to ask for the sale every day, all day, 24/7, 365. People are going to ask you, damn, dog, you always selling something. Damn straight. Because I'm always eating something. I eat all the time. I drink water or drink tea all the time. So guess what? I got to pay for that. So how do I pay for it? Unless you're going to pay for it. So yeah, I'm going to ask for the sale. So brothers and sisters, make sure you watch out for, be aware of shiny things. I've learned the hard way. That's why I did today's show and I went through all of the, I'm using the word, life lessons that I've had so that way you could understand that I'm talking about some things that I did not read out of the book. I have made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I've learned from those mistakes. And that allows me to live a life that I do today. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Wish you guys get on tonight. God bless.